What's up, guys? Burnout Box episode 24. And this is the first Burnout Box, so we're not just going to have me and Rebecca on here.
Oh, we used to have Justin, too.
We don't talk about those
days.
Oh,
shoot, sorry.
He left me. He left me. We don't talk about that. But who came here is Jesse.
Hello.
Jesse, if you want to tell them a little bit about yourself.
What's up, fans? So just a little bit about me. My name is Jesse Iwuji, and I work at Magnuson Superchargers. I'm the director of marketing and sales there, and I do a lot of other stuff too.
I was going to say, that's like one of your jobs. Tell them about the cool job.
A lot of other cool jobs too. So I actually race in NASCAR. I race in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series, and also race in the ARCA Series. I actually raced the Daytona here near New Smyrna Beach. So, and raced at New Smyrna Speedway, which is like literally like 2 seconds down the road, where they're like practicing over there. Yeah. So doing all that stuff, and I'm also in the Navy too. I'm in the Navy Reserves now. I was active duty up until last May. So 7 years of active duty time. Now I've been in the reserves for about a year, and I'll stay in the reserves for probably another 12, 13 years. So that's all the hats I wear.
So how do you juggle all of that? That was like my first question when like it was speculated you might want to come on the show, and I watched your video. It's like, so how do you handle, because I know reserves, you still have to go in and check in. You guys do training and whatnot. That. So how do you handle that? NASCAR practice, NASCAR actually racing, and being very high up in the Magnuson chain.
Yeah, so balancing it all, it's tough. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into it. I mean, it's a grind like every single day. So
I'm sure.
I'm up till midnight, midnight or 1 a.m. like every single night, just kind of working on those goals and balancing all that stuff. So, you know, I'm racing on the weekends. I have my day job with Magnuson during the week. The weekends I'm not racing, I have my Navy drill, and I kind of mix it all together. And then, you know, about 4 weekends a year, I put on drag racing events too. So
nice.
Magnuson's been the title sponsor for that. Each event, it's the Red List Series. So we've seen probably that Magnuson Camaro, the super fast one.
Gosh.
The thing is crazy.
I don't even care about the fast. All I care about is the twin throttle bodies on the front. If you guys haven't seen those, look it up.
I care about the fast.
Okay, the fast is good.
The fast is good, and Mike said that I could drive it. Mike said I could drive it.
That's pretty cool. I've seen a lot of fast cars, though. I haven't seen a lot of cars with those twin throttle bodies with the blower screen.
Right. Oh, it's just crazy.
If you guys haven't seen that, make sure you look it up. I know it was Hoonigan.
Hoonigan. Just go in on YouTube and type in Magnuson TVS 2650 Camaro. Once you see that thing is crazy. Twin throttle body, TVS 2650 blower from Magnuson on it. The car made with just 19 pounds of boost, just 19. We didn't even turn it up all the way. It made 1,153 horsepower to the wheels with a built 416 motor.
Matt Perry's chiming in, says, Jesse, you're my hero.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for being awesome. By the way, I'm going to give a shout out right now to Matt. So Matt is another service member. He's in the Navy. He just began his racing career, so he's trying to follow the same path that I did.
Okay.
So he's going to be the second service member, you know, racing in NASCAR. And a little bit of a sad story with Matt. Just about a week or so ago, he got in a really bad car wreck. Basically was switching lanes, and then another car was stopped, or van was stopped, and he smashed into the back of it. But not just like a fender bender. I'm talking about almost pretty much put the motor inside the car type hit.
Wow.
So he was in the hospital, but he's live and well.
Well, I'm glad he's alive to be commenting.
He's commenting. he's on Facebook now. He's doing good. But Matt's an awesome guy. He's gonna be working his way up the NASCAR ladder too, just like me. And I can't wait to race with him on track, one of these days. But great guy, works hard.
I'm sure you won't be that friendly when you guys are
Rubbing is racing. Hey, so if I got hey, spin to win.
Rubbing is racing. Another Days of Thunder reference that you will not get.
Rubbing is racing.
Listen, guys, I cannot even tell you how much I'm enjoying the fact I can make Days of Thunder references, and now I have someone on the show that understands them.
Exactly.
Like, Rebecca doesn't get it all. I make Days of Thunder references all the time.
I feel like you enjoy getting to explain them to me.
It depends. Sometimes I just want to make the joke and have it be over, and then I gotta explain it out.
Move on to the next.
We have a couple of little comments over here on YouTube. So Slab Shack says, hello from Soggy and Hot Houston.
Yeah.
Shelby Canada West, Alexander, is saying hi to everybody. And he also shared Jesse's Instagram, so he must follow you on Instagram.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's sharing your Instagram like, hey, y'all, if you like this guy. I personally follow his Instagram page. Here it is.
Everybody follow me. Everybody jump on there and follow. No, I got a lot of great fans out there, a lot of great followers who've been following me since. So the crazy thing is my journey, I'm different in NASCAR. Like, I didn't grow up with NASCAR. I wasn't this huge NASCAR buff, this NASCAR fan.
Oh, sure. A lot of them start with quarter midget cars and then they just work their way up and they're in it their whole life.
Exactly. I didn't start racing really competitively until 3 years ago.
Sure.
So prior to that, I started just like everyone else. I had a street car that I would go
to Mexico.
To Mexico and drive on the streets, you know. And then I would go to drag strips. I would take it to the track and drag race with it. Went to half-mile events, 1-mile events. I went 200.9 mile per hour with my big fat Challenger back in 2013. Big fat, huge,
like, he's a
big
Challenger
whale.
Guy. He owned a Challenger. He makes superchargers for Challengers, and he still calls it a big fat Challenger.
Whale. It's a whale. Started with that, did that, got a Corvette, started going to road course tracks. After all that, I was like, you know what, I want to take it to the next level. And then,
it's a drug.
Yeah,
It's just at what point do you have to stop yourself?
What I saw was like, you know what, like if I'm gonna race for the rest of my life, why race just doing this the whole time? I want to just take it to the highest level I can.
All the way.
And NASCAR was the first door that opened up, and I started working my way up the ladder from late models to K&N to ARCA, eventually Truck Series and so on. So trying to work my way all the way up, but it's been a crazy grind. It's been super fun, but it started right here.
So it's funny, I was actually telling Rebecca, I was like, the reason I work on race cars is because pretty much graduating high school, I always wanted to be a race car driver.
Yep.
And graduating high school as a senior that did not, as you've stated, a lot of NASCAR drivers do get into it because their parents are a little more wealthy. They can afford to help fund the racing.
Quite a bit more wealthy.
Right.
So me being a senior in high school with a mother as a high school teacher, I was like, well, I can't work on race cars. There's a lot of people that want to drive race cars. I can't, or drive them, excuse me. I can't drive race cars. It's probably not very feasible, but I can work on race cars. And that's what got me to where I am today.
Boom, exactly. There's always a place for people in this sport of racing.
We do have some comments. We're already starting the Army-Navy talk. Adam said, I love you, Jesse, but Army over Navy.
Oh, man. Go Navy, beat Army. You know what? So when I was at the Naval Academy,
I was going to say, you were in the Naval Academy and you played football.
I played football there. I played football there.
There's got to be some statistics here on who's better.
There is statistics. So this is straight up truth right here.
How many years did y'all win against Army-Navy?
I went to the Naval Academy for 4 years, right? 4 years, right? It took me 4 years to graduate. Every year, we beat Army. We beat Army. We beat Air Force. We beat Notre Dame twice. We won the Commander-in-Chief trophy all 4 times. So I got to go to the White House and shake the president's hands. 2 different presidents over 4 years. That was really fun. And over a 14-year, 15-year something period, we beat Army. The first time really we lost to them was 2 years ago. Then they lost to them again last year. But guess what? I wasn't there, so it doesn't matter.
So it's not on you.
Exactly.
It's not on you.
I know we did what we had to do. We won all 4 years. Army, Air Force, eat it.
Wow.
I love our branches, though. They're awesome.
Got a little emotional.
When we get to football, when we're on that gridiron, they already know what's up.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a battle. Once we get outside of that, then there's one team, one fight.
All right, let me go through Facebook comments real quick. Josh Hubble said hi to all of us. Another Josh said hi.
Hi, Josh.
Matt Perry said, Jesse, you're my hero. This guy's watching from Tasmania, Australia.
Holy crap.
Christian.
Does he have a Tasmanian devil?
Oh, that's a good question.
If he does, post a picture on the comments or whatever.
Yeah, we want to see this.
You want to see his Tasmanian devil.
What time is it in Australia?
That's what I was going to ask.
We have friends in Australia.
We want to go to Australia.
We are going to Australia.
Right now is actually the morning in Australia. It's like
early morning.
8:15, yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he's just watching with his morning coffee.
I just got up. I'm going to watch.
Some people watch USA Today. Some people come watch us. All right, I like it.
Good morning, America.
Michael
Good morning,
Brown.
Australia.
Yeah. Good morning, Australia. That's how I'm starting the show next week.
Good morning, Australia.
Michael Brown said, "Go Jesse, go Navy."
Go Navy, yeah.
Matt Perry said he can't wait to push you to victory lane at Daytona one day.
Hey, I just raced at Daytona in February. It was like one of the coolest experiences ever. We only got through like half the race, but Talladega was even more fun because we finished the race.
Well, and the banking's a little more extreme anyway. Like Talladega's a bigger track to go at anyway.
About a degree or two.
Yeah,
or something like
it's not much, but it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, super interesting fact to everyone that's watching, you'll probably already know, but the straightaway at Daytona and Talladega are so long that when building the tracks, they actually had to accommodate for the curvature of the earth. That was part of the construction that went into it. They had to look at the degree the earth changed as they went along the back stretch on Talladega and Daytona.
I didn't even know that, actually.
Yeah. Oh, well, cool. I would have thought you'd know. That's just part of the Daytona tour.
Yeah. Very good. Fun fact.
Your mom said she stopped by for a beer and you didn't see her? We did see you.
I couldn't see her. I saw my dad.
Oh, okay. I saw him.
I feel bad that I didn't.
Army-Navy thing in there.
Oh, that I already got him. That was Tim said, "What's up, guys?"
Yeah.
Hi, Tim.
I don't even know what Damien said.
Tigers, Campeon.
I don't know if that's something you know.
I don't know.
All right, Damien, I agree. I like
Damien,
it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I ordered the 2650 for a Cobra. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit Ryan real quick. Hey guys, I ordered one of the 2650s for the Cobra. You spelled it wrong. Sorry.
Cobra.
Oh my
I call them
God.
Cobras. They're all Cobras. They're not Cobras. They're Cobras. I brought up the need to make a bigger pulley to help the guys running 4-pound lowers while using 93 octane. Any chance you guys will make a 3.5 or 3.4 pulley options? Ryan, I'm not currently making one. I don't think there is one at my engineer's house. But why do we have to run a 4-pound lower if we want to be on 93? That's
That's the magic questions.
I mean, let's put a stock lower on it, and then I got all kinds of pulleys to help you out, man. Sean said, "What's up, Jesse?"
What up, Sean Yoder? Sean's from Alabama. Actually, he lives in Alabama right now. I'm sorry I didn't get to visit you, Sean, when I was racing at Talladega, but next year, I promise you, we'll make something happen. You got to get out to the track. He's a Mopar guy, too. Big Mopar guy. But
okay.
sports cars.
Was that a pun? Big Mopar guy?
Oh, God.
Was that intended?
This is what I'm going to do for the next hour.
Adam says, hey guys, watching from New Brunswick, Canada, eh? Watch Cletus, he loves the products. Which Cletus actually makes a bunch of funny YouTube videos.
Yep, Cletus McFarlane.
Oh, you've seen Cletus. Okay, have you seen his latest project? The Crown Vic, neighbor.
Oh no, I have not seen
so
that
he
one.
got
the Corvette, the little go-kart Corvette.
Yes, the go-kart.
Yeah.
So his latest project, while Leroy the Corvette is still safe and sound, he runs it.
Yeah, Leroy,
his latest project was he bought a Crown Vic for one of his neighbors. Neighbor unfortunately passed away.
Oh man.
But what do you do with the car now? So he bought a wrecked GT500 that was like totaled, and then swapped the whole drivetrain from the GT500 into the Crown Vic. And he just came by and picked up one of our blowers for it, made like 800 horse to the wheel. 808. There you go. You can't rob him of 8.
No.
He was looking for he wanted like 750 wheel.
Yeah.
And they put it on. Justin went down there and helped them tune it, and they made like 808.
That thing works. It
was great. The 20. You know all about the 2650 Eaton rotors.
2650 all the way. TVS technology to the end.
Oh yeah.
Screw the other crap.
Oh man. Since as we say TVS technology to the end, Dorian says, "Hey,
hi,
what's up, little guy?"
Hi, Dorian.
Jesse in a V8 supercar.
Don't you drive those?
They are.
I would consider that a V8 supercar.
Kind of, but if you tell the Australians that, they'll get kind of mad because a V8 supercar, from what I heard,
the
is
supercars
harder.
in Australia.
Yes,
Yes. Listen,
they're supposedly harder to drive than NASCAR stock cars. So I don't know. I got to be adjusted to that.
The only reason I would. Of course, you have a lot more driving experience than I do, but my 23-year-old opinion after watching both of the sports, I would say the Australian looks a little tougher just because those guys will outright beat the shit out of each other.
Dude, they're crazy.
Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
They'll come up on each other 40 mile an hour just into the back of a guy going into a corner. And they don't care. They don't get black flagged. They just do what they want.
Dude, and the courses they run, there's like no runoffs. Like,
oh, no.
You're
into a wall.
You're in a wall. Yeah. Mistake, you're in the wall.
Somebody puts their front left and your back right, and you go into a wall.
That's it. Like nothing else. It's not like, I ran off track, I ran in the dirt, I got back on track. No, you ran into the wall.
There is no Dale Earnhardt pass in the grass.
No,
do you get that reference?
No.
Of course you don't.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Do it for Dale.
Thank you for being
How did I
here.
get that?
The pass in the grass is one of the Dale Earnhardt's most famous moments.
He did it on the front straight to make a
on the front straights of Daytona. He's battling it out for first place on the last lap. Somebody gets into his back corner, spins him out. He goes down in the grass, keeps control of the car, stays in it. Full speed, gets back up on track at 180 miles an hour, and then takes the checker flag.
Yeah.
That's the pass in the grass that everyone knows.
So I have a couple questions.
All right, go for it.
Josh Walton wants to know, who is everyone's favorite Monster Energy Cup driver?
Mine is currently not racing right now. His name is Dale Jr. Dale Jr. is awesome. The reason he's awesome is because 3 years ago, I met him in Sonoma in 2015. There was all these cameras around him, all this media, and I was kind of a fan at that point. I'd only done like 2 late model races or whatever, so I went to him, like, hey, can I get a picture with you? He actually stopped and took a picture with me, a selfie picture, and I was like, you know what, you are awesome, because every other driver walked away from me and was like, no, I'm too busy, but you have every camera in the world on you. You fought through them just to stop and do that. And every year I've always tried to talk to him. Last year we actually had a longer conversation than ever. And then he started following me on Instagram and following me on Twitter. And I was pretty much like fanboying at that point. I was just like, he's following me. But no, he's awesome, really cool dude. Every time I get to meet him, just awesome person to talk to, and just with all the media attention around him, just for somebody to be like still like humble and like down to earth, like
sure,
it's awesome. So Dale Jr.
Donnie?
I'm the same. I was an Earnhardt family all my life. In fact, as gay as this is, and my dad's probably watching, he's gonna yell at me. I've seen my dad cry like maybe 3 times in this world. One of the times was when Earnhardt Sr. went into the wall.
Yeah.
Like I was like 9 years old, and I remember my dad didn't cry, but he definitely like when they came over the radio and they've called it Dale Earnhardt passed. He teared up.
My mom cried.
Oh,
and so Dale Jr. would be mine too. And it's not bad looking.
We're down here. Like, we're all Earnhardt family. Plus, you had to pull for Earnhardt. He never got the 500. Like, Earnhardt was huge.
I lived in Daytona when he died.
Yeah.
And I remember them, like, taking him over to Halifax. I've been to that hospital. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so next question. Shelby Canada West
By the way, Ken says it's 8:15 a.m. in Australia. So yes, this is Good Morning Australia.
Ken works with Magnuson too. He's one of our designers.
He's over there doing burnouts.
He's doing burnouts in Australia right now. Yeah, with new stuff he's designing.
Yeah, it's 8:15. He's drinking his coffee, getting his tires out. He's ready to go.
Shelby Canada West says, so Magnuson 2650 on a 2018 Mustang?
That would be awesome,
those are
wouldn't
interesting
it?
questions.
I mean, why am I a VMP right now? Oh man, interesting. Even though we're based in California.
John F. says, awesome story, Jesse. Thanks for your service. Donnie installed a Gen 3, and on initial startup, I heard a subtle sound which went away. Is there anything I should keep in mind to check?
I don't know what a subtle sound is.
Like, what type of sound are we talking about?
Yeah,
like the exhaust.
What's a subtle sound?
Bad subtle sounds. There can be good subtle sounds.
And I mean, if I installed the car, that probably means I started it after I did the install.
I'm sure you did.
I would hope I did.
I'm sure you did.
What's the guy's name?
John F.
John F.
Kennedy?
And I was going to say, that's what I was going with it. Yeah, definitely call sales and support, get in contact with us. The car's still running and driving fine. I can't imagine it's anything crazy, but definitely call us and get it checked out.
I was liking like car things to health care things. Like, okay, so it was like this short.
My shoulder popped, but it still works.
Yep.
So it's not.
Okay.
All right, keep going, Carrie.
That's all I got.
All right. Damien wants us to give a shout out to his Mexican soccer team, the Tigers.
Oh, go Tigers, UANL, win against whoever you're playing
You
against.
did way more of a shout out than I was about to give. Man, you're all in.
Man, go out there, kill it. Don't score on yourself.
Sean said it's about time for some serious sim battles.
Oh man, so I'm on a simulator a lot. I have iRacing.
Oh, I was about to say, hold on, don't tell me you got iRacing.
Are you on iRacing too?
Oh, let's go DP car, Watkins Glen short course, and see what happens.
Whoa! I haven't gone DP there. I've only done stock cars there, but I can learn a little bit.
Get in a DP car.
Okay.
And I'm very good friends with the DP team here.
Okay. I think I heard you mention something like that.
Yeah, Spirit of Daytona is based out of Daytona Beach, about 10 miles from my house. Okay. They have 2 full-blown iRacing setups in the shop.
Nice. Is there a motion too? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh they're a DP team actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I go over there and play with them. Although for some reason I suck at Forza. I can do iRacing, but I suck at Forza.
Forza, Gran Turismo. I'm doing it. Yeah, iRacing.
You know what? I'm having a professional driver tell me that right now. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I could put it this way. I just ran at Sonoma, and I used iRacing to get ready for it. Literally, from iRacing to Sonoma, it felt almost identical.
Well, iRacing is so good software. You know, Mazda gave away one of their cup driver positions to their iRacing champion.
Oh yeah.
That's how much big companies like Mazda believe in iRacing. Which for you guys watching that don't know, iRacing is basically the realest racing simulator in the world.
So if you want to become a good driver, you want to truly feel like what it is to be in a real race car, the closest you're going to get is iRacing. Not Gran Turismo, not Need for Speed,
100% real. There's no go into a corner, 100% throttle, turn, and the car just goes. It doesn't happen. Everything affects it. You affect power based off if the engine's warm or cold.
Tires
you affect
wear.
traction on if the tires are hot or cold. The tires wear in the game. All of it. It's as real as it gets. It's crazy. Yeah. Like he said, you practice on iRacing not for fun because it truly gets you ready.
I train on it every single night I'm at home. I spend at least 1 to 2 hours on it every single night I'm at home.
If you think about it, though, that's just any professional and whatever they do. Like you hear NBA players, they shoot 1,000 free throws a day. That's just you want to be the best at it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to train. You got to go hard.
Larry Lewis says he's got Florida weather in New York. Call me in 6 months.
Exactly. In 6 too.
James said, tell Jesse you're going to be late for sushi. Where are you going to get sushi around here?
Hold on. I have not confirmed that yet, James. I haven't confirmed that. But we do need to meet up James. James is an awesome guy. He's actually one of my early sponsors in NASCAR in 2016. He started sponsoring me a little bit, so
nice.
that was super helpful in 2017 also too. So great guy. He's made a lot of good connections for me, and someone who I'm just love just because he helped me. Like in the early times when I needed every single dime to really get me going, he was a guy who was out there trying to help me. So
nice,
awesome guy.
So we still want to know where you're getting sushi.
I haven't confirmed that one yet. I want sushi
I've never
too,
had
but
sushi.
it just depends on timing.
My kids want to know.
Luke Bonzani said, "Did we race at Joliet?" No, we were not at Joliet last weekend.
I raced at Joliet.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
well, maybe
yeah,
he was asking you.
Yeah.
So you were at NMRA and MCA finals?
No. We raced at the Chicagoland Speedway, the oval track.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so NASCAR weekend was last weekend there. I did race there in the ARCA race. Unfortunately, my day did not go well. During practice, we had a bad fuel pump, so we only got 7 laps of practice in. Went into qualifying, did a few laps of qualifying, went into the race, motor blew up lap 5.
Oh.
Yep,
God,
so it wasn't really the funnest day. I think we got 17 total laps for the whole day between practice, qualifying, and the race, but things happen. We're going to move on, and I'm looking forward to racing at New Hampshire in July.
Granted, we're not quite on the full-blown scale you are, but we know all about getting to the racetrack and having it derailed. It's like the worst feeling in the world.
Sucks. Spend all that time and money.
Sean Yoder says the Earth is flat. Is that a reference to you, I'm assuming?
Just the flat.
I don't really know. I don't know, Sean. Oh, okay. He's referencing the track.
Yeah.
The flat Earth people.
Gotcha.
There are flat Earth people.
Damien says, "You the man." Mark says, "Texas watches you, Jesse."
Yeah.
Sean says, "We're going to get together soon, sir." And yeah, I'm fat and so are my cars. I wasn't saying you for the record at all. I was purely talking
because he has said some things about me.
All right, calm down, kid. No, I was talking about the overweight vehicles we call Hellcats. Sorry.
Mopars in general.
Don't get me wrong. Look, I love Mopars.
They're awesome looking cars.
I had a 72 Dodge Demon. I got a Wrangler. That's Mopar. Don't get me wrong. But
and you lose some weight.
You lose 1,000 pounds, you magically go faster. That's all I got to say.
It happens, yeah.
Josh says, when is your next ARCA race, and who are you racing for?
Next ARCA race will be probably Kansas, honestly. Kansas at the end of the year. What team I'm racing with, I do not know yet. Time will tell. But for right now, yeah, Kansas will be the next one. The big thing for this year is focusing on the big tracks. So, Kansas, we ran Daytona, Talladega, Pocono, Charlotte, Michigan, Chicago. And then, K&N, I'm running New Hampshire, Iowa, Sonoma, Dover, all those tracks. So I'm just focusing on the big tracks. So, yes, Kansas at the end of the year.
Nice. Matt Perry said the Dale truck, which that's a Cletus reference.
The Dale truck.
Have you seen that thing?
I have not seen it yet.
So he bought like a retired Dale Earnhardt NASCAR truck.
I did see that.
And he put taillights on it and he drives it around on the street.
Mm-hmm. But it's still a tube chassis.
Oh yeah.
And wow.
In fact, I was very, very butthurt because we saw him at where were we?
Streetcar
Takeover in South Florida, and he wouldn't race me. We had the black F1.
Yeah.
Well, race you, but I was trying to set it up, and he wouldn't do it. I was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to run a big overweight, full weight, back seat still in a truck? You got a race truck, tube chassis. Come on." He's like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "You."
All he has to do is throw in some light springs in the back. Let the thing
the
squat
problem
and
is he's got like 273 rear gears in it because it still has NASCAR drivetrain and everything. So it still has like super long transmission with first gear that goes to 80 and stuff.
You can change the gear. I mean, the rear gear change it to like a.
Oh, I'm sure it's got like a 9-inch with a quick change.
Yeah, exactly.
Change it real quick.
Yeah, literally to do a gear change is like a couple hours if you have a couple guys helping you.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, an hour done. Adam said no, it's not snowing here. You forgot to add a yet. To the end of that.
Exactly.
Rick Cackness says hello. What's up, Rick? Rick is he's a friend of the company.
Hi too.
He has the black bathtub, we call it. It's a convertible 0304 Cobra that runs like low 9 stick shift car. And it's convertible. So like it's really unsuspecting. He has what he calls 57 Chevy wheels on it. They're like old school raceline wheels. Yeah. It's convertible, so nobody really suspects it. And it runs low 9s.
Not a huge convertible.
And he's shifting
fan,
the whole way.
Man.
I'm not either, but that's why I like it. Like, because that's a convertible? Boom.
Boom, just gone. Wow, that's crazy.
Nick says drive Navy.
Go Navy.
Sean says Charlotte, not Daytona. So I guess, is he telling you his favorite track?
Charlotte was cool. Daytona is really cool. Charlotte's cool, and Daytona is really cool.
Scott Hasty says, I hear that Mitchell Page guy is fast. Can you confirm?
I hear that Scott Hasty guy is fast.
I heard both of you are fast.
Yeah.
I also watched Mitchell Page's car do like a 60-foot wheelie in front of me at a track once.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and say it's fast.
Wow, that's
Oh,
fast.
I've got the video. I'll show you when we leave.
Jeez.
It put it on the back bumper the whole way.
It's like almost vertical.
It was. On the back bumper,
mean-
dragging it the whole way. Only reason he let out because it started going to the wall and he had to let out.
I didn't even know what's going on when we looking at the sky. I guess
Oh, you
when
can
the
feel
sun
it. You
starts
feel
turning.
it. Exactly. You're looking at the sun. You're like, oh, okay, it's moving.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay, here you go. Patrick said the pass in the grass was Charlotte during '87, the All-Star race against Bill Elliott.
No, yeah.
See? People know the pass in the grass.
The pass in the grass.
Wait, what year was that?
87.
When I was born.
Logan said he's glad we do these. Great info.
Yeah.
Glad you like it, man.
Yep.
Brian Secudo.
He says, John
Brian
F, check your
Secudo's-
bypass and make sure it's working properly.
Brian Secudo, owner of Superchargers Online, sells a lot of supercharger stuff,
Oh, okay.
especially a lot of magnets and stuff.
That
Awesome
was the guy
guy.
with the weird noise.
Ah,
John F.
gotcha.
He was,
John F.
he
Kennedy.
was talking to John F. about his
Gotcha.
weird noise.
Kevin Taylor says, Jesse, my man.
Yeah, Kevin Taylor, awesome guy. He might be in Florida here this weekend. I don't know, maybe. We'll
Nice.
see.
Christopher Houston, you've got a 13 Mustang GT Gen 2R. How does VMP Ice Tank compare to the rear mount versions? Thinking about getting. Well, you've got a couple of positives there to ours over the rear mount. But how does it compare straight up from performance side? Is how does it compare straight up for a street car? So for a street car, we're not mounting that big old thing in our spare, taking up all the room in the trunk. Granted, that one in the rear will hold about a 20-pound ice bag or more if you really want to cram it, whereas ours that you mount under the hood is only going to hold a 10-pound bag.
I used our underhood one
Yeah?
until I was like
Deep in the eights.
Well, I could have gone deep in the eights with it, but it was still 6R80.
Sure.
I was going 899s when we moved it to the back, but yeah, I mean, it was super convenient to have it under the hood, and it was just like
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Where it's convenient, and you're not mounting it in your rear end, putting all that
Yeah.
back there.
Yep.
So if you're a hardcore racer, you're gonna have to hot lap the car. You might need that extra 10-pound bag of ice. Don't get me wrong. Put the big ice tank in the back if that's really what makes you happy.
Yeah.
But will the VMP one you mount under the hood do just fine in drag racing applications as long as you have time to go back to the pits, drain it, put some fresh ice in it, and keep going? At the end of the day, it's an ice tank. As long as it keeps the water cool, ice is only going to get the water to a certain temperature
yeah.
either way.
Ice is
like
ice
I
is
said,
ice, and it can only come from two places.
exactly. The difference is going to be if we have to like hot lap the car and we're going to have to run 2-3 passes on the ice in there, then yeah, unfortunately ours under the hood, ice will be a little bit melted where the big one in back will be a little
You're
bit
still
better.
gonna play,
But
isn't
yeah, exactly. At the end of the day,
You're still gonna have
once it starts warming up, it melts that ice pretty quick.
Yeah.
Sean said, all right, game on. It's about time for the old guys to show you what time it is.
Sean's really good at iRacing. He's like really, really good. So don't let him fool you. He's out there grinding.
Let's go. I love iRacing. I think he asked the same question again. Ronin Sushi, 7 p.m. Well, you're not even going to get out of here till 7 p.m.
I know,
I mean,
right?
unless you need to leave. Like, it's sushi. I've never had it. I don't know how good
You bring
it
the
is.
sushi
My
here.
kids would be
because
like,
they-
my kids would bolt. They love
I love sushi. Sushi's awesome.
Oh, this is a good question. Patrick wants to know, you're driving to the racetrack. What's your playlist?
Driving to the racetrack, what's my playlist? Let's see, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, well, it just
I was going
depends.
to say, don't play with me because I know every word. I want it that way.
No,
He does.
It just depends. You know, I'm a person that can listen to a lot of different music. The only thing I don't listen to is country, but I can listen to rock, R&B, rap.
No, come
pop,
on. I
you know,
I don't want that generic ass answer you give everyone. Bullshit.
Ideal.
Yeah,
What
like-
is your top Pandora list right now if I pull up your Pandora?
It's probably
What's up
going to
top?
be, if I'm really driving the racetrack and I want to get high, it's probably going to be Future, or it's going to be...
There you go. See, we were getting that generic bullshit. Oh, you know, everything but country. Oh, no.
Probably Future, and then on the rock side of things, I can't remember the names of the groups, but some of these, there's some good songs from Breaking Benjamin,
Okay.
like, you know, a few other things too. So I mix it up a little bit. I mix it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Me and Rebecca both put on TI radio.
Yep.
That's all. It's,
SBTI.
it's all TI radio. All the
Future's
90s,
awesome.
all the 90s, early 2000s
Yeah.
rap is pretty much what we rock out to.
Man, 90s music was great. 90s and 2000s music was great.
Oh, it was.
It
It
was.
was
Good
real
times.
rap. No mumble rap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
I have an unrelated question on YouTube.
Go for
Alexander
it.
Wood
says, what should the AFR be on a 13 GT with a Roush supercharger, 79mm pulley on E85? Do you know?
Well, at what RPM? What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
At idle, it should be close to 14.7 to 1.
But when you wide
When
open
you're
throttle,
wide open throttle, it needs to be around.
How much
12
power are you
to
trying to
11 or more
make?
fuel,
Trying to be
11
safe?
and a half. Yeah.
You trying to be safe or on the ragged edge?
That's definitely a question for Tuning Tuesday. Or call sales and support, and they can
Or
get you
give
in
us more
contact.
info.
Yeah. I'm
We'll help you
assuming
out.
he's probably talking about Watt.
Yeah.
First off, usually nobody's like sitting there looking at their wideband at idle like,
I feel like there
am I
are
okay
people
at the
that are.
stoplight? Like he's probably talking about wide open.
Yeah.
All right. This horrible little comment thing is not helping me out.
Facebook, fix it.
Your mom says Cafe du Japan
Yeah,
for sushi.
It's good. It's on Seabreeze in Daytona.
Are people you don't care about speed. Like I hate it when people ask how fast can a car go. Look, if you give a Honda Civic enough room and put a big enough tires on it, I'll get it up to 140.
Yeah.
No. What's the fastest thing you've ever beaten in Mexico? What's your bragging rights?
The
Like
bragging
I beat a
rights?
Huracan or something. You know,
My
like that.
bragging rights was, I think it was like a 750 or so wheel Alpha 9 GTR, and it wasn't in Mexico. It was on the half mile, and that was with my big fat Challenger.
I like how you totally took the Mexico question and put it to like a drag racing legal sanction thing.
In Mexico, what? I mean, I didn't do a
All
lot
right,
in
so
Mexico.
answer his question just so I didn't like
What's
cockblock him. What's
the
fastest you've gone?
I've gone in Mexico probably was about 182. 182.
Wow.
Yeah, that
I've
was
gone faster.
Yeah, but that was making only when I was making about 510 or so to the wheels.
Okay.
With
I did it on a street bike, so I'm cheating a little bit.
Yeah. This is 510 wheel with a big old 4,500 pound vehicle.
Okay.
You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I will say you have hit that magic 200 number that I'm quite
I have hit
jealous of.
200. Yes, I have hit 200.
I've hit like, I don't know where I hit in the 190s because I was banging gears and I knew I was like up very high in 6th gear.
Yeah.
So I looked down at the speedo, saw it was past the 190, and then when I looked back up, I had tunnel vision so bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep going. I had to just clutch in and let it coast. So I don't know how fast I went or how close I was to 200, but it's eaten me alive ever since.
Yeah, I made sure I videoed every attempt that I had to try to go 200. And it's on video, it's on YouTube. I went 200 and
So you did 200 in the
1
mile.
1 mile.
So
Yep,
what have
1
you
mile.
gone in the half mile?
181.
181.
In a half mile,
In a half mile.
I did 174
Okay.
with a big old fat Challenger.
I love that he refers to it every time.
I
Like
did beat a
adds
Huracan.
What?
I did beat a Huracan.
You beat a Huracan. There you go. So you beat a Huracan.
181 and a half mile is like legit.
Oh,
like
that's the black car you saw in the shop.
Yeah, if in a 1 mile you'll go 215 probably. 210 to 215.
But if I could
She's got 5 kids. Like, let's not encourage that. Like, there's people out there that need her.
I would
Just
do
strap
it.
up, strap up pretty good, just make sure you got all your right gear and pray beforehand. And
I know you would do it.
make sure you
That's
get a little
why I'm
arrow to
not
keep the car
encourage
down.
You know I would do it.
Rick, how is the black bathtub?
It's good, Rick. It
Making
misses you.
horsepower. I'm sure it does miss him.
It misses you terribly.
Corey says, "Hey guys, I'm here. What's up, Corey?"
Hi, Corey.
Hey, LT. So basically, he's saying LT Lieutenant.
Yep.
Okay.
So, got any SWO, non-SWO jokes? SWO is surface warfare. That's what I am in the Navy. SWO jokes. I don't have any SWO jokes, but I do have a funny SWO story where my first time on a ship, we're about to go underway, and then my peers decided they wanted to play a crazy joke on me.
My peers. You
My
said
peers.
you said your asshole
My
friend so
peers.
nicely.
Yeah. Wanted to play a crazy joke on me, so we were going underway in the San Diego Bay. You got to go underneath the San Diego Bridge. So my peers decided that they said that, hey, when we go under the bridge, you got to crank the mast down. So I'm running around this ship before we get to this thing, trying to see if I can crank the mast down. Like, find somewhere where you crank and the mast of the ship comes down so it doesn't hit the bridge. As I'm running around to do that, people are sending me on these other like crazy journeys. Like, they're like, oh yeah, to find out how to crank the mast, first you got to go down to.
You gotta go to the kitchen and ask Joe.
Yeah, basically kind of thing. So I'm going here, and then this person sends me there. And then one person's like, oh no, before you do that, you gotta make sure you blow the MPA. So I'm thinking, oh crap, there's a horn we gotta blow. So I go down to the central control station. I go down there and like, hey, I need to blow the MPA. Well, MPA stands for Main Propulsion Assistant, a person. So there's this Filipino chief stands there, looks at me, he's like, what? I'm like, oh my God. I came in there serious as heck. I'm like, I need to blow the MPA.
I really need to blow him right now.
I need to blow
Where's it at?
right now. So
Oh
it was
my
all
God,
bad.
that's
And then
great.
Everyone's laughing. I'm like, oh dang it. First day on the ship, great.
That's great. That's awesome. Derek Peters joined. He's my buddy. Ross said it's getting a bubble bath.
I'm responding to Rick.
Wyman says, "Tell it like it is, Jesse." Patrick wants to know if you've had a chance to listen to Drake's new album yet.
Not the new. I started listening to a few songs on my way flying out here. I flew through the whole night. But I started listening to a few songs and then I stopped. The few songs were all right. I still need to listen to the whole thing though. Yeah,
it's Drake.
Drake's good.
Yeah, but I feel like he did some good stuff, and now like everyone just loves Drake no matter what he does.
They do.
He can rap about SpongeBob, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, the new Drake album."
He could.
You wouldn't like raps about SpongeBob?
I would.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was.
In fact, we had a team of like 4 or 5 detailers in the shop earlier today detailing the F-350. Well, no, what you're laughing about is like I was playing Lil Dicky, and they were loving a Lil Dicky.
Really?
They were all singing along. I was like, damn, you guys all. But no, then I was listening to Rugrats, which is like a rap song that he's just like freestyle rapping to the Rugrats opening.
Oh, really?
Thing, like, do.
I want to listen to that.
And like, so it comes on and the Rugrats song starts playing, and they're all looking at me like, what the hell's wrong? They're like, hold on, give it a chance. Let the man go.
Give it a shot.
Luke said, I saw a Toyota next to that Camaro in the clip. What are all the manufacturers you guys make superchargers for? A Tacoma with a blower probably would be pretty sweet, and you can get them in a manual.
Yeah, so we make superchargers for just about everything. We Toyota, GM, Mopar, Lexus, you name it. So right now we do not have anything for a Toyota Tacoma. We have stuff for a Toyota 4Runner. We sell a lot of 4Runner superchargers, like a lot. So if you want one, it'd be great to get on the list now so that you can get it at least in the next couple months or so. But for Tacoma, we do not sell anything past 2015 right now. I know every Tacoma owner out there wants more power. I see all of your comments on Instagram on every single, by the way, every single post Magnuson has made over the last...
Somebody comments and says, where's the blowers for Tacoma?
Yes, at least one. Multiple normally.
So
but
we can
every post, I'm literally not joking. Like if you go on the Instagram page right now for Madison, every single post for at least the last 3 months, at least one person has commented on every single post about Tacoma.
We can relate because, beginning of this year, we released the blowers for GT500 and 50 Mustang, our 2650 with the new rotors. And from there on out, every time we did anything 2650 related, the Cobra guys were on there like, when are we getting 2650 for the Cobra? Did you forget about us? What the hell? When are we getting one? Literally every freaking post.
Every single
And that honestly, like, it's good they did though, because that's what pushed us to do it. Like, honestly, we were somewhat on the fence. It's an older market. You know, it's a car that came out 14, 15 years ago.
Just like the LS stuff.
Exactly. Like, LS is a little different because there's you can just go yank one out of a truck at the junkyard. It's not like a prized possession like a 0304 Cobra.
True.
I'm just trying to talk smack on that. But anyway,
it's not like amazing Cobra, like a 0304 Cobra.
But
it's not like a Lightning.
In all honesty, the Cobra was a 2-year run. They were pretty limited production, and a lot of people that save them and have kept them in good shape don't want to mod them at this point. They want to keep them stock. So it is kind of a smaller market. We were on the fence, like, do we make the 2650 for it? But those guys literally hounded us nonstop. When we were doing this show, before we announced it, literally every show, there was at least 4 or 5 people that got on and, hey, what do you know about 2650 for Cobra?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, all the people asking, once we make something for all these people asking for whatever it is in life, y'all better freaking buy it, all right? So,
exactly.
Don't be coming on
don't be asking about his Tacoma. And then making excuses. Oh, I had to buy tires. Like,
I don't have enough money. Blah, blah, blah. My kids won't let me. No. My
kids won't let me.
Make sure if we make a supercharger, if you ask for a supercharger, we make it, you better get every single one of your friends to buy that thing.
So it's funny, actually. I wanted a Tacoma, which she makes fun of me for, by the way.
I do, because...
Well... I don't know why you make fun of me, because first off,
if you get one, get 2005 through 2015 so that there is a Magnuson blower ready for it.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Or you'll have zero power. You'll have zero power if you don't have
I wanted to buy one of those stick shift, but honestly, I worked here, and I was like, so do I buy a Tacoma, or do I buy an F-150 with a 5.0?
I thought you were about to say I thought you were going to say a Ford Ranger.
What are you saying about the Rangers now? I've had about 4 of those things. They're great little trucks. Don't be talking smack about my Ranger.
Ford Ranger.
I love my Ranger. In fact, when I started here, my Ranger was slammed. I had a Ranger that was slammed. Scraped over speed bumps.
Wow.
That's great. Patrick, oh man, still on the Drake. See, here's one of the Drake guys.
It's
I'm
the
biased, but I'm upset it's his best song, and that's only because I'm the guy photocopying his ass in the music video and shrieking at the end. All right, that's pretty cool. If I was in a Drake music video, I'd say that's
pretty
the best
cool.
song.
Yeah.
Get me in that video. I don't want to see Drake doing that, but I'm saying, like, get me in a Drake video.
All right, Brian Mockridge, Evan shirts.
Evan
I'm gonna address that issue. So you're gonna have no idea. Well, you know what? Let's fill you in. Why not? So I have this great dream, and it is to take a Ford Evan, like an E250, the short wheelbase one, not the big giant one, short wheelbase one. Leave it 4-wheel drive, the big 1-ton axles in it. Take a drivetrain out of F-150, put it in, built motor, big ass blower, and go 10s with a big 4-wheel drive van.
And paint it like the Mystery Machine.
And paint it like the Mystery Machine.
You could do that.
That's what I
And
want
have
to do.
Scooby snacks.
Yeah, and Scooby. Mainly, like we were torn.
We
Like,
were so
do
torn.
we do it like
We really didn't know what to do.
Do we do it like the A-Team van? Do we do it like the Mystery Machine? Do we do like an old rustic shop van with paint faded?
Is it?
And at the end of the day, we were like, well, if it's a Mystery Machine, there's Scooby snacks.
Can we pull up what one of those vans look like? Is it like
Oh, pull up my
is it
t-shirt.
like the A-Team, like the
I have a
A-Team
t-shirt.
van? Oh wow! I was thinking like A-Team type van.
Yeah, no, Mystery Machine, like Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Mystery
okay,
Machine.
Okay.
So anyway, I said I was gonna make these shirts, and now I'm like, I don't really know,
Now you're
and everyone's
obligated
hounding me. So
Make the shirt. Maybe
Those
make the
of
shirt and sell them, and then the funds from that could be used to pay to make this van.
that was the whole
So
plan.
it's fan sponsored van.
That was the plan, but in all honesty, there's not enough people willing to buy Evan shirts to truly pay for an Evan. I'm not giving up on the Evan, but it's not going to pay for an Evan.
And
However,
you cannot do GoFundMe. We discussed that.
she won't let me make a GoFundMe. I feel like that's a relevant issue my family needs help
No,
with.
I feel like Indiegogo is appropriate. I feel you are inappropriate.
Inside joke. Inside joke. You're being inappropriate. Anyway, all right. So those of you that really want an Evan shirt, all 4 of you that are on here, send me a message. Tell me what you guys want to order.
Like, seriously, send him a message, because every week we say this. Send him a message so that so my kids can start tie-dyeing.
The price is based off of how many I buy. So I think they're hilarious. I want to make them. Go ahead.
I know a website you can get them for a fairly decent price, and you can do one-off, so you don't have to buy a huge bulk.
I've got custom ink. I don't know what you've got.
I use Scalable Press.
You'll have to send me that info.
You can with that shirt that you just looked at, like as long as you have your logos already made, you can put it front and back, and it shouldn't cost you more than like $9 or so for the shirt.
Oh, really? Because those are like 30 a piece if I'm only buying 5 less.
No. Yeah, exactly.
All right, send me the link for that. But anyway,
I'll get that to you.
Point of the story. You guys you want the Evan shirts, you think they're funny. I'm glad. I'm going to make them. So send me a message.
There you go.
Let me know what sizes and everything you guys else want by next week.
Please, extra small.
I got you. Next week is the cutoff. So this episode next week, if you haven't messaged me by then, I'll shout it out on the show next week. You'll have that hour to message me. And after next week, that's it. I'm going to put it in that order. Who knows if they'll ever get made again. So
support the cause.
Limited production. Limited production.
Support the cause.
This is more limited than a Cobra Jet. So I would say this is pretty important.
Edition.
So go ahead, you guys. I should be tagged in here. If I'm not, you should know where to find me. Anyway, my Facebook
His name's Donnie Duffy.
My Facebook's Donnie Duffy. My truck is my. I think I'm my profile picture, but my cover photo is my truck. I'm not conceited or anything. I'm a good-looking guy. All right, jeez. But yeah, message me what size you want. I'll get them ordered, and then we'll figure out where pricing's at based off how many I get. So, Tim says, "Do it. The vans are making a comeback." I think it would be sweet, and then I want to put I'm saying really to
some
apply
fat
the butt
drag
hurt.
radials in the back.
Oh, front and back is front-wheel drive.
Okay.
But then to really apply the butt hurt, I want an AC unit hanging out the back window and shag carpet in it. Yeah. That way then we can pull it up.
This is a very well-developed plan in case you can't tell.
It is. Oh yeah. Pull it up next to the VMP van and be like, yeah, I just drag your ass in my van with shag carpet in the back.
Oh god.
I feel like that somehow that helps the butt hurt that I'm gonna be giving.
That's awesome.
All right, that's it I got for questions on Facebook. What do you got over there before I start asking my own?
Let's see, you have some comments. Shelby Canada West says Challengers are great. I had a 3 Challenger SRTs and on my 6 Mustang.
Well, the numbers don't lie. You had 3 of those and 6 Mustangs. Point proven. Thanks.
Yeah.
Slab Shack says, speaking of fat Hellcat, any red eye Hellcat thoughts?
Red Eye Hellcat. Isn't that a demon, technically? Well, thoughts.
We make a 2650 for all that.
They were having their own conversation. So then Alexander with Shelby Canada West came back and said it's pretty much same as Demon, but without air grabber hood.
Okay. Well, here's how I feel about it. That car costs what, about $70,000?
Demon? Or Hellcat. Yeah, Hellcat. Yeah,
Hellcat's about $70,000.
Yeah.
You can go get yourself a GT Premium Mustang for right about $45,000, $50,000. Bring it to me. Around 10, I'll put a blower on it.
Yep.
You'll have 10 grand less in it, and you'll drag the Hellcat's ass all over the place. That's how I feel about it.
That is true.
Sorry, that's just... Now, granted, you get a Hellcat, you put a Magnuson blower on it, I might have some trouble there.
Yeah.
But if we're just putting a Hellcat versus what I can do with less money...
Right. Money for money.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Marcus wants to know if we have anything for 0408 F-150 5.4. I believe you can get an adapter to run a GT500 blower on the 5.4s. Can't you?
I think so.
Yeah. Call sales and support if you are like serious, you really want to get into it. Call sales and support; they'll be able to get in contact. I believe you can.
We can do tuning. We can do a lot of other.
Somebody just ordered some shirts.
Dave Macy already messaged me and said
2 Evan shirts, 3.
That's great. Dave Macy, you're great.
For your 04 to 08.
Do y'all make 2650s for GTs?
We can do some aftermarket parts. So
cool.
yeah, the supercharger's definitely the end goal, but there's some stuff
Like
we
the
can
old.
do in between.
Luke Bonzani says Coyote owns all, just not in a Cobra R. Oh, this is a relevant issue I'll ask you about. So take a car like, you know what the Mustang Cobra R is?
Yeah, the one that had the wing on it and all
No,
that.
not that one.
So that's a 2000. They only
2000.
made about 300 of those. In 95, they made 287 special edition Cobra Rs.
I feel like
I think I've seen that one.
Same
It's
deal
white.
as the 2000.
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So wouldn't you say, in your professional opinion, taking a car like that and ripping the motor out of it would destroy the value and the whole point of the car? And you should just go get a different 95 Mustang if you wanted to motor swap it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So why?
That's all. Just curious. No reason. I just need a third-party opinion.
Yeah, no, because that motor, particularly in those cars, was way different than anything else, wasn't it?
And that's what makes the car special.
Yeah, yeah.
It
wasn't like
because it has that 5.8 in it.
Yeah, but I still don't like
It's
going
not
slow. It
just a
doesn't
302.
matter.
It wasn't crazy fast.
She's gonna get upset. I had to bring it up though.
It wasn't crazy fast, but it was a way different.
You don't
I
go
know,
buy.
there's the difference sitting on the side of
You
my
don't
house
go buy.
too.
You don't go buy a '69 Chevelle and rip the numbers matching 350 out of it just because the 350 don't make no power. Like we understand, you can make a lot more power than the 350 that's in it, but you don't go ripping the numbers matching motor out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
True.
That's all.
Or just buy 2 of them, and then you do it to one and leave one alone.
That's a good option there. You have your pretty Cobra R on this side of the driveway, and then you get a Coyote swap, another SN95 right here.
But the problem is that I want...
So hold on. Her logic is the Cobra Rs have been very well taken care of.
And
so
I
that's
want
why she wants a
S95
Cobra
car
R.
that's been well taken care of. It's the only white car that I would ever own.
So that's her argument. But then I say, well, let me find you a gorgeous 95 SN95. And what's your response?
I want the Cobra R.
She just wants to destroy it. She just wants to destroy it.
Okay, so basically you want to take a 1910 Bugatti, pull out the motor to throw in a Coyote motor because...
No, I'm going upwards. I'm going upwards.
Well, the 1910 Bugatti only makes like 200 horsepower. Probably not even that.
But worth, maybe like
And
$15,
like all-
$20 million.
Yeah.
Because I have no feelings whatsoever about the Bugatti. I have no feelings whatsoever
So
about
you have feelings
I was
about the
going
Cobra
extreme.
R and you're still willing to rip its heart
Yes,
out? You're ruthless.
You have any doubt?
If the motor was the same as all the other motors, then I could understand. But that one, those particular ones had a different motor.
And it will look the same sitting in my shop, not
All right.
doing anything.
All right, we're gonna get off this now. Car of the week that I still don't have a good name for. Do you have any ideas on this? Like we feature somebody's car every week, and I have no idea what the hell to call it. Like in a magazine, it's called Reader's Rides.
But no.
Yeah.
What the hell do I call it on here?
Um,
You
Viewers'
just think about
vehicles?
it. Viewers' vehicles. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of
VMP picks, VMP's picks. I don't know.
VMP's pick. You're a marketing director. Come on, help me out.
VMP's pick.
VMP's pick.
VMP's
All right,
pick.
I don't know if I'm going to pick
of the
that
week.
name, but this week, VMP's pick is the coolest truck you've ever seen.
It is a cool truck.
It is Brian Mockridge's 67 F100.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
And then wait till you see the engine bay. That was last year in Joliet. Wow, that was one of my first events
That's
I
beautiful.
went to. That was up in Illinois.
I like that.
That has a complete GT500 swap.
Holy moly.
Engine, trans, it's got our blower on it.
Probably moves.
Makes like $750 the tire.
Oh, wow.
He completely swapped in a 0304 Cobra IRS in the rear end, so it has independent rear suspension.
Yeah.
It's killer. Wow. Truck has a return style fuel system. It's on corn. Triple pumps, I believe, maybe double pumps. I can't remember, but nasty fuel system. It's got R blower on it. Big Whipple throttle body. 1,000 injectors. E85. And he really, what's going to happen is he's going to blow the truck up. Yeah. Because I know him. I talk to him quite frequently. He's going to blow the truck up, build the motor, and he wants to be in the 4 digits. But we'll see when that happens. Right now, though, thing's super sweet. Coolest old Ford you've ever seen.
That's crazy.
All right. And then the only other thing I have to hit on that we hit on every week is I pick out a meme every week.
A meme.
Now.
Last week we used my meme, didn't
Actually,
we? did.
We have one more thing that we should hit on.
Well, I wasn't done. I just want to hit my meme real quick.
You said one more thing, so I just want to make sure that we hit on.
We started 6 minutes late. We'll give it 6 minutes. We'll go to 7:06.
I'll give him 6 minutes. I'm good for at least 6 minutes. Yeah. Maybe 4 on a bad day, but we'll give him something.
Daddy, it's you. You're good for another hour.
Talking? I don't think you understood where I was going with that. I was more referring to talking and.
I was talking about talking to you.
I know you were.
Go ahead.
All right.
Anyway,
roll my meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Oh my goodness.
He wants to win a piston cup, but also like crashing in the crowds.
Oh,
killed me. That killed me.
Oh my
So literally,
God.
I want you guys to know how I find meme of the week is usually I go through my conversations I have with friends on Facebook and just scroll through the pictures that we share with each other.
Oh yeah.
That's how I found this one.
That's pretty much how our conversations
They are. I literally go to like me and Rebecca's conversation. I'll just scroll through. Oh, that was funny. I sent that to her like Friday.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh God.
They won't let me do two. I had a great one they wouldn't let me share. You know how the Dodge is brand new at the dealership? The Challengers have that yellow bumper?
Yeah, the little like almost tape or something.
Yeah,
it's just bad that you're saying it, honestly.
Too late, I'm using it.
Wait, we talked about this not being the thing to sing the show.
It is. So it was a picture of the Challenger's front end. And it didn't even have the Dodge logo or anything in it. And then it had a picture of yellow boat bumpers hang off the side of a boat. And they were the same color yellow. Yeah. It was like, coincidence? I think not.
Oh, yeah, because they're a boat.
I didn't say it, you did. They wouldn't let me use that as my meme of the week.
No, but it's just as bad that you said it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything. I guess it's on video.
It's on video. Wait, so Chad...
Luke says, and you would make the Cobra R an auto, the humanity.
Yes, I would. Turbo 400. Trans brakes are fun.
Luke loves that truck. Chris Collins says, I would too, Rebecca. Well, hey, I mean, there's more than one criminal in this world. We all know that. Chad Dowd says, meanwhile, I'm just over here still winning money with this Gen 3.
Awesome.
Carry on. Chad Dowd, I don't know what you're talking about.
Gen 3, what's a Gen 3?
The Gen 3 are 2650.
Oh, okay. I'm
so
thinking
our
cars.
our blowers come in generations.
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
And then letters.
Yes. So Gen 1 was pretty much like a Roush blower with our elbow on it. Had a little bit of additional porting, nothing too crazy. Gen 2 was when Justin first integrated the elbow with it, so there wasn't a two-piece. You didn't have any of that turbulence. Gen 2R was basically a worked over Gen 2. You got rid of the hump for EGR and whatnot. It
opened up the inlet.
There you go. Yeah. She was here for all that. So
yeah.
And then Gen 3 was, of course, we got the Eaton 2650 rotors that you know and love.
Yep. The best.
That's where we're at. Chris Collins says the auto is crossing the line. Oh, so even Chris Collins, who supports coyote swapping, the Cobra R, says you're crossing the line.
Anyone that wants to run me in this fictional...
I'm going to run you in my E-van. That's what's going to happen one day.
That's going to be a race. Take the camera outside. Take it to the streets.
It's going to be pink slips. And I swear, when I win the Cobra R, I'm going to put the stock motor back in it, and I'll drive it to work every day just to torture you as I get paint chips in it and bug splats and all that.
I will run you in the E-van in my 11 car.
No, we don't get to run pinks for the Cobra R.
And the Cobra R, and I'll beat you every single time.
No, I'll spray the ever-living crap out of it.
200 shot.
I'll put the 2650 on it and then put like a 300 shot on top of it.
I
will blow up trying to win this just so I can save the Cobra R.
I had a broke-ass converter and let out at the 8th and went 880s.
Jeez.
The E-van's going to be nasty. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
We're ready. Chad Down says Gen 3 is a gift from God himself.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting a little excited.
Please do not say that. I do not want to have to go home to that.
Yeah, we don't.
Please.
That's not our advertising line. Luke says no one beats the E-van. Let's sell them.
Okay, we'll see.
So if you could build anything out of your imagination, obviously mine is the E-Van.
Yep.
Yours is a Coyote Swap Cobra R. What's yours?
If I could build
anything out of your imagination, we don't have a budget. We can get access to everything.
Okay, this is what I would do, guys. I already got it. So this is what I do. I would take a C6 Z06.
Okay.
Right. I would build the motor completely, make it pretty much like indestructible. I would
that only costs like $1,200 with an LS, right?
You don't. Yep. So then throw a blower on it, like the one I have, a 2300 on it. Boom, Magnuson on there, so it can make
a 2300. Wait, you mean you don't have to put a giant ass blower on the car to make good power?
You don't. You don't. Whoa, bigger is not always better.
Weird.
But 2300 on there.
All right, keep going.
And then this is what I would do. I would make it all-wheel drive.
Okay.
An all-wheel drive C6 Z06 with aero on it. And make sure I upgrade all the drivetrain stuff. So
what's the purpose? What are we building the car for? Straight line or road course?
This is going to be straight line, road course, everything. It's like it's going to be the vet version of the Unicorn.
Okay. Cool.
Boom.
You know the Unicorn, right?
I do.
I reference a lot of stuff. She hasn't seen Star Wars, so like you got to check in on
Star Wars.
I haven't seen Star Wars. I haven't seen Back to the Future. I haven't seen.
You haven't seen Star Wars?
No.
Star Wars, Days of Thunder. She is well versed.
I just broke character right now. I just went to the viewers, and
she has seen Talladega Nights.
I've seen Talladega Nights.
We have one out of the 20. We got one out of the 20 good ones.
Man, no Star Wars. Star Wars is epic. But yeah, I would go all-wheel drive, C6 Z06, supercharged, built motor. Probably 700 wheel. Keep it at that, and that thing would just rip. And just
all-wheel drive because you can just put the power to the ground instantly.
And I'd have a switch where it can go back to rear-wheel drive if it needs to.
Oh, the Audi R8 you could take like the transfer case technology out of the R8. You know anything about that? They're variable transfer cases.
So you just hit a button.
So you literally, if you want to put it in drift mode, you put it in drift and it sends 80% of the power to the rear wheels and keeps 20 up front. So you're still you can drift better
out of it,
because you can dig out of it with the front wheels.
So that's what I want.
Power.
So
or you go to road course wet, you go to 50-50 split, or even like 60-40, and it lets you lead the car around a wet track a little better even. So it's completely programmable.
That's what I want. A programmable all-wheel drive C6 Z06.
Our Focus RS actually does somewhat of the same thing that we built for SEMA. When you put it in drift mode, it sends the power to the rear wheels.
Yeah.
And then you can click it back in real quick if you're losing control. Like we have a wicked stick in it, a big drift stick. When you let go of the wicked stick, it then goes back to all-wheel drive. So then, oh shit, I'm getting way too wide. Just let go of the e-brake cable. And it goes back into all-wheel drive, and you can save yourself basically from anything.
That's
awesome. Make me look like a pro driver.
That's what I want right there. And I just
you don't need help to look like a pro driver.
Hey, look, I'm decent. I'm decent at best. Still learning.
Chris on YouTube is chiming in saying it would be blasphemy to coyote swap a perfectly good Cobra R. If the engine was blown, then it would be okay. Cobra R gotta be
It's still numbers matching. Like, let's throw a set of gaskets in it and some rings and save the numbers matching Cobra R, even if the motor's blowing. Come on. Like, if it was locked up, the intake manifold's been off, and it's getting rained in for 20 years. All right, sure.
Then I don't want it anyways.
But yeah, then you don't want it because it's not an immaculate one. She wants to destroy a perfect one. All right. And Tani, you are still getting beat by Rebecca in beer drinking. This is 2 weeks in a row. I'm ashamed to share the same name as you. I did get I had a tall boy before the show. Like, hold on.
That's great.
That's what he says.
All right, whatever.
And then I'll drink your Corona too.
No. There's no lime in it. You won't like it. Justin Davis. Oh man. I'm only saying like the oh man guys because I know how alcohol affects the 94-pound Rebecca Starkey. You ride home? You feeling it yet?
I was supposed to drive the friggin' focus home.
Not happening.
You're drunk.
Justin Davis. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go over there and sit in the chair and pout in a few minutes.
Justin Davis said the sale on our Gen 2R was great. His should arrive next week for his 07 GT500.
Awesome. Can we? That's a good segue. Can we get into our sale?
We can get into our sale. What's our sale?
That was what my last.
I know that was what you're giving us.
See, teeing it up. So,
4th of July sale, everybody. It's on until the 8th. There we go. So
That's an
make sure
amazing
you take
picture. Who
advantage
took
of it.
that?
Just so
picture.
you know, the Gen 2R head unit for the
didn't hear
GT500 and 5.0, this is
going.
our all-time lowest price that we've had it at.
Yeah.
So
that's freaking
if you had an interest in the Gen
2,500
2R head
bucks.
unit,
Jeez.
now is the
For
time
heading to swap
to
with
snatch it
GT500.
up because the
What-
price
what
will be
size blower?
going back
R23?
up. And then you'll see some of the other prices that we have
This
that
is just a
are
blower swap,
awesome
really.
as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now's the time to
GT500,
take advantage of
Same
it.
throttle
It
body.
ends on the 8th.
Awesome.
You didn't hear me, but I said that's a badass photo. Who took that?
Uh,
Since we never give Carrie any credit on the show, really, like you don't get much. Like we post all these videos and stuff that you help
And
put
she's
together
making
and
it
whatnot.
all?
Yeah.
Look
Chris
at that.
helped.
Yeah, Chris puts.
help.
I mean, but Carrie manages the department. Everything that comes out of here is under her approval. So we don't give Carrie a lot of credit. That's why I made sure to say who took that photo.
Thank
Pretty
you.
good stuff.
Donald said, "Rebecca, you rock. Have a good, safe week." You know what? Next week on the show, I'm gonna open my first beer, 701. I'm killing it, or 601. I'm killing it, and then I'll like
gulp it
slowly
down.
drink one the rest of the time. Luke said it's that kind of party. I think that's about all we got. I gave him 7 minutes, not even 6. I'm out of breath. I need a break. Gotta go find some tissues. So next week we will see you guys here, same place. Jesse, it was great having
It
you
was
on.
awesome.
Man.
It was
you very
awesome. Yeah,
much.
most definitely. It was fun. Good
So
times.
we will see you guys next week. Unfortunately, I won't have a race car driver. Well, I will have a race car driver with me. I won't have a NASCAR driver with me. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, that way you can keep seeing
and
this awesome
shop
content.
tour. We're gonna do shop tour next week.
We're doing a shop tour next week, apparently.
I'm gonna show you my car, and then I'm hopefully gonna take it out on Saturday.
We're going racing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boom.
we do have a burnout pad. I saw that your rental car is a Charger with a Hemi in it.
5'7", 5'7".
We do have a burnout pad over
Hey,
there.
don't tempt me with a good time.
My favorite saying. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.